Good morning, everyone. Are you all full from Thanksgiving? Yes. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I'm the senior minister here, and it is a joy to spend a Sunday morning with you. Unity of Tucson is a spiritual center where we join together to celebrate love, celebrate life, celebrate light, and that is who and what you are. And so if you are feeling like you'd like to move your body to our opening song, feel free to do so. I know the truth about you. I feel the power within you. I know that love surrounds you. Everything is alright. I know the truth about you. I see the light within you. Just let it shine on brightly. Everything is alright. I see you dripping with abundance and ease. I see you enjoying the life you please. Playful at work and creative at play. I see you in gratitude every day. I know the truth about you. I feel the power within you. I know that love surrounds you. Everything is alright. I know the truth about you. I see the light within you. Just let it shine on brightly. Everything is alright. I know the dreams of your heart want to fly. It's time to spread your wings and give it a try. The love you know you're about to receive. Your good can only grow the more you believe. Come on now. I know the truth about you. I feel the power within you. I know that love surrounds you. Everything is alright. I know the truth about you. I see the light within you. Just let it shine on brightly. Everything is alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Your biggest self can be denied. You got no place to hide because I know the truth about you. I feel the power within you. I know that love surrounds you. Everything is alright. I know the truth about you. I see the light within you. Just let it shine on brightly. Everything is alright. I know the truth about you. I feel the power within you. I know that love surrounds you. Everything is alright. I know the truth about you. I see the light within you. Just let it shine on brightly. Everything is alright. Woo! I'm sorry about that. I caught you off guard. But you're always willing to roll with the punches, Aaron, and I'm grateful. I don't know what's happening with me. Okay, hello. Woo! Well, if you are, hi. Yes, I was already asked today if I'd had my multiple shots of espresso, and the answer is yes. The thing is, so when I talked last week about the espresso shots that I take, usually I nurse those for about 4 hours. So, once again, welcome to Unity of Tucson. It's like there's a vibe today. Do you feel the vibe? I'm feeling the vibe. I'm feeling good. Unity of Tucson, as I said before, is a spiritual center where we gather every single week to celebrate the good that is life. And that's exactly what we're going to do here today. And, you know, we gather on a Sunday because there's a tradition around gathering on a Sunday. But what do we do when we step away and we allow ourselves to be impressed upon by these ideas that we are teaching here? What happens in our lives? What is going to unfold in our lives when we're truly living the principles we teach here? That's a question for you to determine if you would like to walk away from this place and do that, you know, because as I say every single week, while we have some things that we teach here, you may not believe everything you hear today, and that's okay, because I'm not here to tell you what to believe. And that is, I think, a way we differ from a lot of traditional, faith paths. That I'm not here to tell you what to believe. That's entirely up to you. What we do teach is that your beliefs are creating your experience. So if something butts up against your belief system here today, just be willing to take a look at it and say, is this a belief that I want to continue to hold on to because it works for me? Or is this perhaps a belief that is no longer working for me and I'm ready to let that belief go and replace it with something else that enhances the quality of my life? So that's what we're going to do today. Does that sound like a good plan? Awesome. We have a vision and a mission here at Unity of Tucson, and I would love for us to share together these words of our vision statement first. Let's say this together. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. The vision is how we see the world, and the mission are the steps we can take to get there. So let's state these words of our mission statement. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Just take a moment to see how that resonates with you. Love only, forgive everything. There's always a chuckle. And remember who you are. These ideas of our mission statement are born right out of what I think our purpose here is, which I talked about purpose last week. I talked about purpose being to master spiritual understanding. And as we master spiritual understanding, you know the thing about that second one that everybody always laughs at, forgive everything? If you master spiritual understanding, I think you will find that there is nothing to forgive, because in the grand scheme of things, it's all God. It's all good. It's all love. And so when we are spiritual masters, we find there's nothing to forgive. And that's in line with love only, letting that be the way we guide and lead our lives. And all of that is rooted in remember who you are. Remember who you are. If you are joining us for the first time today, it is such a delight to have you share this time with us. Let me first acknowledge and say hello to anyone who may be watching online for the first time today, whether you're watching live right now on a Sunday morning, or you're watching in the archive video sometime later in the week, or later in the month, or later in the year, or 3 years from now. It's a delight to know that you're sharing this energy with us, and we would love to continue this connection. So would you please go to unitytucson.com/connect and fill out some information there, and we can keep the conversation going. And if you're new here for the first time, if you're visiting us for the first time here in the room today, well, as you were coming in, you may have noticed that there was a table where you could pick up a welcome gift, and I would be delighted. If you did not receive that gift, you can pick it up on the way out at the completion of the service. But there's something else that we have to share with you. And so if you are joining us for the first time today, would you, if you're comfortable, and not only if you're comfortable with identifying yourself, because I know the first time I was asked this when I went to a spiritual center, I was like, I don't want to let people know I'm here for the first time. If you're comfortable with identifying yourself, would you either raise your hand or stand up so we can say hello to you? Yes, welcome, welcome. Grateful to have you here. And there's something that we want to share with you. There's something we want to share with you. So let's let them know what it is we know about them, shall we? Yes. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. Yes, you are. Thank you so much for shining your light and sharing your magnificence. And I say that we know that about you because one of the things we teach here is that every person we encounter is a reflection of that which is inherently part of us. And so I think that each one of you, every single person in this room, is a reflection of what I hold in my own heart as my own sense of magnificence. And I think that we can all exclaim for ourselves that we are magnificent. Shall we do that together? How about these words we say together? I am magnificent. How does that feel? You want to go for it again? All right, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. I am magnificent. Yes. Well, speaking of magnificence, are you ready? We have a special, unexpected presentation today. So as many of you know, we had a series over the last 5 weeks that completed last week where we were focused on a particular book, and I structured my Sunday messages around this book, and then we had small groups that were meeting together who would go over, questions about the book and questions about the philosophy, and it was an opportunity for small groups to gather together and really engage in making practical this spiritual philosophy. Well, one of the groups took that homework to the next level. And they, as a group, decided to write a song. And they asked if they could share their song today with this community. So please welcome Carol and Jerry and Roberta and June, who are going to present their song based on their study of the 5 principles.
Unity prayer, unity prayer. It's so easy, works everywhere. Please don't know God is one. God lives through me. Focus on what you're thinking. Focus where you want to be. Feel it and believe it. Thank you, God in me. Unity prayer, unity prayer. It's so easy, works everywhere. Be still and know God is love. God lives through me. And focus on what you're thinking. Focus where you want to be. Feel it and believe it. Thank you, God in me. Unity prayer, unity prayer. It's so easy, works everywhere. Be still and know God is life. Life lives through me. And focus on what you're thinking. Focus where you want to be. Feel it and believe it. Thank you, God in me. Unity prayer, unity prayer. It's so easy, works everywhere. Be still and know God is truth. Truth lives through me. So focus what you're thinking. Focus where you want to be. Feel it and believe it. Thank you, God in me.
There you have it, Carol and Jerry and Roberta and June. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Wasn't that great? You know, the nature of God is creativity, and when we are embracing our creativity, look what can flow forth. So thank you for sharing that. We also here honor all traditions, all faith traditions, all paths to God, and understand that every one of them is pointing in the same direction. At least that's what I hold firm in my own heart, that every path is pointing in the same direction, and that is the direction of love. And so here, to guide us in a ceremony that we've adopted here called Lighting the Flames of Faith, welcome our keepers of the flames today, Nancy Bevins and Laura Cass.
Thank you. I think that they ought to be a permanent part. You know, at least once a month we ought to hear from them. Do you have a name? You have a name for your group? No. Carol and the Singers. Carol. Well, I once knew a ukulele group, and they had named themselves the Sand Fleas, and I thought that was kind of cute. So anyway, yeah. Love. Dawn, wherever Dawn is, your meditation was great this morning. And we're talking about love, and we're always talking about love. And now we need love more than anything. We need to share our love more than anything. You know, don't look at the talking heads anywhere. Don't read the paper every day. But we know that we need to love, love, love so deep within ourselves that it spreads, because every one of us is so powerful that can move throughout the entire universe. Everyone needs love. Everyone. I saw a bumper sticker someone here has. It says, God bless everyone, no exceptions. That's right. So let's take that into heart as we honor these different religions. We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for these shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to divine love as the highest calling. And we light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light a candle for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are holding for them, and for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony. The final candle is the healing candle. It represents the divinity. It represents the revealing of divinity at the core of all experience. This is your candle for whatever it is that is in your mind and heart that requires the light.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Laura. As most of us know, but if you're new to our community, this is the peace candle. And we keep the peace candle consistently illuminated with this in mind, that it is a representation of a consistency of peace in our own minds and in our own hearts. And as we allow our inner peace to inform our thoughts, our intentions, our deeds, our ideas, and right where each and every one of us is, we are creating peace universally. And so let's honor that understanding and let's read together this prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace reigns in the world. You're ready to go.
I am.
Here, guiding us with a reading and in our monthly affirmation and also in prayer, please welcome one of our magnificent prayer chaplains, Sherry Hoffman.
Good morning. Today's reading is from a book titled Practical Metaphysics. There it is. A New Insight in Truth by Eric Butterworth. And it is from the section titled, I Am Created in Love and Joy. We need to continuously remind ourselves of our roots, of our divine origins. We think all too much about being a child of these parents, or a child of misfortune, or a child of certain difficult experiences. We need to realize that we are a child of God, to know that we are rooted in this divine process, so that when we get the realization we were created in God's image and likeness, this is the divine imprint. Yet, this little more than a cliche unless we personalize it. It is not nearly enough to say, I am created in God's image and likeness. We need to hunger and thirst for God, to know God created me in his image, and God is love. God created me in his image, and God is love, and therefore, I am created in and of love. It's my nature. It's the root of my being. God loves me. God is love in me. And I am the very activity of love and expression, which means I have within me all the power of the universe. No loving person ever lived who had more love than I do. That's hard to accept because we've been conditioned ourselves to feel that we've been bereft of love, that we haven't been loved enough. I have within me all the love of the universe. I have enough love, enough centering energy within me to love every person and situation, simply because every person and every situation is also centered in and of love. Love is the heart and root of all things. There's no such thing as an absence of love. There's only a frustration of it. There's only a case of, as Jesus put it, metaphorically, hiding our lamp under a bushel, Matthew 5:15. And with that conversation about love, let's absorb that and just listen as I say this month's affirmation. And then we'll repeat it together as we understand it and feel it. The affirmation is, I see clearly through the eyes of love. Let's repeat it together twice. I see clearly through the eyes of love. Each one of you. I see clearly through the eyes of love.
Let's take this opportunity to relax right where we are, to center and focus ourselves on that affirmation, whatever we may have taken from that reading. Let it be present in heart and mind.
Everywhere I am is holy ground, for I walk in faith. Everywhere I am is holy ground, for the power and the presence of pure spirit makes my path gentle and easy. Gentle, easy. Gentle, easy. Everywhere I am is holy ground, and I live in love. Everywhere I am is holy ground, for the power and the presence of pure spirit makes my path gentle and easy. Gentle, easy. Gentle, easy.
As I walk this holy ground, as I stand this holy ground, I embrace the knowledge and understanding that I am love. And that love is all there is, because there is only one God source, energy, universal spirit, whatever name I choose to call it. And with this understanding, I understand that all things are this. There's one omnipresence. The one thing, the one person, every single person I see is love. Every breeze on my cheek, every coyote walking through the parking lot, all is love. And with this knowledge, I can forgive, I can remember, and I can love. I can release anything that was before and embrace all that will be. And I affirm this by saying, and so it is.
Everywhere I am is holy ground, and I stand in peace. Everywhere I am is holy ground, for the power and the presence of pure spirit makes my path gentle and easy. Gentle, easy. Gentle, easy. Everywhere I am is holy ground.
I dance
in joy. Everywhere I am is holy ground, for the power and the presence of pure spirit makes my path gentle and easy. Gentle, easy. Gentle, easy. Gentle, easy.
Thank you, Sherry.
You're welcome. A pleasure.
Oh. So we're going to go from gentle and easy right into dancey and fun. It is always a delight when our guest today joins us, and I'm so grateful that she has brought this song today because it is a dancey, fun song. So if you want to move your body, feel free to do so. Please welcome Chelsea Hicks.
They got the right idea. It sure is mellow grazing in the grass. Grazing in the grass is a gas, baby, can you dig it? What a trip, just watching as the world goes past. Grazing in the grass is a gas, baby, can you dig it? There are so many creepy things to see while grazing in the grass. Grazing in the grass is a gas, baby, can you dig it? Flowers with colors bright, making everything out of sight in the grass. Grazing in the grass is a gas, baby, can you dig it? The sun beaming down between the leaves. Grazing on the grass is a gas, baby, can you dig it? And the birds dancing in and out of the trees. Grazing on the grass is a gas, baby, can you dig it? Everything here is so clear, you can see it. And everything here is so near, you can feel it. And it's real, so real, so real, so real, so real. Can you dig it? Woo! I can dig it, he can dig it, she can dig it, we can dig it, they can dig it, deep dig it. Oh, let's dig it. Can you dig it, baby? I can dig it, he can dig it, she can dig it, we can dig it, they can dig it, you can dig it. Oh, let's dig it. Can you dig it, baby? Woo! Let's hear some drums now. The sun dancing in between the leaves. Grazing on the grass is a gas, baby, can you dig it? And the birds starting in and out of the trees. Grazing on the grass is a gas, baby, can you dig it? Everything here is so clear, you can see it. And everything here is so near, you can feel it. And it's real, so real, so real, so real, so real. Now can you dig it? Woo! I can dig it, he can dig it, she can dig it, we can dig it, they can dig it, you can dig it.
Chelsea, hit. Aaron Anderson. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say this. Sometimes I think I was born in the wrong time period. When I heard that was the song today, I went and was looking up at some of the different takes on the song, and there's a video of that was on the Ed Sullivan Show in, I think, 1969. It's a great video, and it's like, they're doing all the choreography. Yeah. We'll work on the choreography next time for sure, yeah. Something that did, well, my mind goes places, unexpected. And in the middle of the song, I realized what that song is a metaphor for. Greening in the grass is a gas. Baby, can you dig it? What do you think the greening in the grass is? So apparently at Unity of Tucson, we are promoting a certain lifestyle. That's all I'm going to say about that. I do want to talk about this lyric. And in inviting this lyric, I want us all to just take a moment to relax right where we are and just hear these words. Just hear these words. Everything here is so clear you can see it. And everything here is so real you can feel it. Everything here is so clear you can see it. And everything here is so real you can feel it. This month, ostensibly, while we've been doing the 5 principles and the fall renewal, and we have had a theme that we've been working with, and that theme is clarity, the idea of clarity. How do we encourage and engage in clarity in our lives? Because clarity, I think, is a thing when we lift the veil and our eyes are opened, what we find is only magnificence. That's what I think we find when we are engaged in that clarity. Everything here is so clear, you can see it. Everything here is so real, you can feel it. And feeling is what it all boils down to. The feeling of the divine. The feeling of the divine essence. And that is who and what we are. I talked about a lot last week and the weeks prior and the years prior. And for my entire ministry, I have been talking about the need to move beyond the intellect, to move beyond just reading about this stuff and truly embodying the principles we teach. And ultimately, the major principle we teach is love only. And how are we choosing to embody love only in our expression and experience? And I'll tell you what has happened for me in the embodiment of love only. And I want to also let you know. I have moments, this is going to be shocking. I have moments where I get knocked off the platform. Anyone else have moments where they get knocked off the platform? You know what you do in those cases? You get yourself right back to love only. You recognize it, you understand it, you say that's in the past, it no longer has any effect on me moving forward, and I choose here and now love only. And what this has done for me is it has enhanced the quality of my life, and I have lived a happier life because of it. And so I ask you a question today. What is happiness? Just think for a moment. What is happiness? It is a rhetorical question. I'm not asking for answers right now, but I want you to focus on what comes up for you in answering that question. What is happiness? How would you describe it? And how do you know when you're happy? You feel it. You feel it. Happiness is an authentic contentment with your present moment experience. That's what I think happiness is. It is authentic contentment with my present moment experience. I was asked this morning by someone who has come back to our community after an absence for a bit of time, how my Camino walk went. And I was asked an interesting question, and nobody has asked this question, and it put me on the spot because I had to think about it. I was asked, what are the 3 lessons I learned on the Camino? What are the 3 lessons I learned on the Camino? Well, one is the lesson I offered right when I got back, which is be where your feet are. Be right where you are. Also, the way always provides. The way always provides. But really, this idea of present moment experience is one of the things that I brought back in a very deep way, allowing myself to be fully present in any given moment without worrying anymore about the past or being in anxiety about the future. I don't need to worry about that stuff. I am truly happy when I'm living in the here and now. How about you? Because here's the thing, happiness is not something I'm going to get to in the future. Happiness is not something that I've left behind in the past. Happiness is right here, right now. And that song, that beat, that groove, right? The vibe seems to shine with joy, and I cannot help but smile when I sing it. Greening in the grass is a gas, baby, can you feel it? I dig it, that's the word, yes. It goes beyond the intellect. It goes beyond the intellect to have an experience of joy, to touch that inner light. Happiness is the emanation of that inner light. It's not a choice. What? Happiness is not a choice? No, it's not. Happiness is the emanation of your inner light. Unhappiness is a choice. But happiness is your natural state of being. Can you dig it? I mean, whether we know it or not, we are choosing to be unhappy. And unhappiness, that choice, it's a major hindrance to a quality experience of life. And oftentimes that decision to be unhappy, it's made below the level of our awareness. I don't think any of us is out there actually actively going, I think I'm going to choose to be unhappy today. Some of us are. But so much happens below the level of our awareness, and we are making choices below the level of our awareness that are rooted in an unhappy life, and it's all choices. So what decision are you going to make today? Are you going to decide to be happy? Yes. That may not be a rhetorical question. Are you going to decide to be happy? Yes. Yes. The desire to change circumstances is oftentimes the thing that leads to unhappiness, because I want to fix everything out there, and as soon as everything is in alignment, if everything were just so, you ever hear yourself saying this? If everything were just so, well, then I could be happy. Fixing circumstances, adjusting circumstances is not the path to happiness. Happiness is a decision in the here and now. And what happens when you decide to be happy is the circumstances conform to your frame of mind. In this frame of mind, we actually relinquish the power that circumstances have. And circumstances can have a great grip on us. But circumstances will never change until we reclaim our own sense of divine power. In Genesis, it is written that God gave humanity dominion. Now, in Scripture, it says it gave dominion over everything, right? It's not that God gave dominion over the things. God gave us dominion over our own minds and the relationship we have to those things. So if you are finding yourself in the circumstances that are challenging, anyone ever experienced challenging circumstances? You have dominion over your mind in terms of how you relate to the challenge. How will you decide to relate to the challenge? Everything comes down to decision. Everything comes down to a choice. Everything. When an idea changes in mind, the form always follows. That is fundamental to our teaching. When we change our idea in mind, and even deeper than that, when we change our ideas at the heart level, the form follows. But it's easy to get stuck. Myrtle Fillmore wasn't having it. When people would write her letters, she would say this. She wrote this in a healing letter. The only reason for some folks seeming to be old and weak and inactive is their persistence in thinking the same old thoughts and getting into ruts and failing to make use of the good things provided for their needs. She did not mess around. She called it like she saw it. She said, you must change your frame of mind. You must change your frame of mind. That's what we're here to do. That's why we come to these spiritual centers, These New Thought spiritual centers are here to say, you are in charge of your mind, and if you decide to change your mind, you can live a greater quality of life. So what if we decided today to give up going through life and decided that we today are constantly growing through life? Isn't it time that we did that? Isn't it time that we finally stood forth and said, I am going to grow through life. I am not going to be swayed by the circumstances any longer. How might that change the experience of our circumstances when we decide once and for all that we are ready to wake up? That we are ready to wake up. Are you ready to wake up? Because when we are awake, that is how we advance. Now, I know we talk a lot about, going on our silent retreats and going on the spiritual retreat and all that. I actually don't like the word retreat for those kinds of experiences. That's why I'm grateful that my friends in Hawaii call it the sacred journey. Because when we are talking about retreating, what we're actually, I think, talking about is waking up so that we can advance. And Raymond Charles Barker wrote it this way: awakened minds are not seeking to retreat, but to advance. Are you ready to advance today? Raymond Charles Barker, by the way, who was a minister in New York at the same time that Eric Butterworth, from whom you read, was a minister in New York. And I think I've told you this before, that they both had their ministries at Lincoln Center. One was in Avery Fisher Hall, one was in Alice Tully Hall, which were right across the plaza from each other. And so every Sunday you could get New Thought there or you could get New Thought there. Didn't matter which door you went in, you were going to get something good. Raymond Charles Barker is one of my favorite writers, too, by the way. It's not there anymore. The quote comes from The Power of Decision, which, if you know me, it's always the book that I recommend first and foremost. If you are new to this teaching, I recommend The Power of Decision. We only have 3 copies in the bookstore today. An awakened mind is rooted in the realization that material things will never make you happy. We sell ourselves a bill of goods to think the material world will make us happy. You cannot derive happiness from the things out there. Happiness is an inside job. Your ideas make you happy. Your thinking makes you happy. And you are a thinker, right? And the rest of you? Here's the thing about thinkers. Thinkers take action. They're not, and they don't take action in a rote or mechanical way, because rote thinking is rooted in the past, and we all exist where? Here and now. This is where we exist. So are you ready to take action in a new way, perhaps, than you have ever taken action before, rooted in the understanding of your idea of identity, which I hold firm in my heart? Your identity is divine. Your identity is God. The whole of you is divine. The whole of you is God. There is no separation. There is only magnificence flowing in, as, and through you. So rote thinking is rooted in the past. It's old ideas. We are a philosophy that is rooted in new thought, constantly creating new ideas to have new experiences and develop new circumstances in our lives. That's how we develop a higher quality of life. So how might we keep in circulation? Because today's message is called Keeping in Circulation. How might we keep in circulation? Regardless of our perception of circumstances, how might we keep in circulation? And those circumstances, that perception is usually counterproductive. Oftentimes it's counterproductive, and it is all in our perception. In 2008, I met a woman named Catherine. And I met her just a few weeks before she made her transition. When I met her, she was in the final stages of ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. She was completely confined to a mobilized wheelchair, and basically all she could do was move her eyes at that point. But you could see in her eyes that despite her set of circumstances, she was keeping in circulation. She had been diagnosed exactly 1 year before. She was a singer, a dancer. She was vibrant and active only 1 year before. 1 year from there to being completely confined in a wheelchair and only really able to move her eyes. But you could see it. You could see that she was still shining her light, irrespective of the circumstances. From diagnosis to her transition was 1 year. Despite circumstances, she lived her life to the fullest by not identifying or defining herself by a diagnosis or a disability. I want you to hear that. By not identifying herself by a diagnosis or a disability, she lived a quality life because she knew that life, a quality life, was not limited to a diagnosis or a disability. Many of us, some of us, I don't know many, I don't know. Sometimes I make these claims. Many of us, I don't know. There are people in this room who are living lives that you don't know about, that are living diagnoses that you don't know about, that are living disabilities that you don't know about. And then there are those who may not have those experiences in their lives. Here's the thing. What I have oftentimes experienced is those people who have that experience oftentimes are living a greater quality of life, those with a diagnosis or the disability, because they're saying, you know what, this is it, and I'm going to live it to the fullest right here and right now, while many of us are waiting to get there. And I'm going to invite us all to keep in circulation with life, to let go of any notion that we are in any way limited, because God cannot be limited. And you are that power, you are the presence, you are the expression of the divine. And so the only limitation that you experience, and I am being directive in this. I often try not to be quite so directive in this, but I'm going to be directive in this today. The only limitation you or I ever experience are limitations we set up in our own minds. That's it. And we play out those limitations in our mind. Are you ready to be done with that? Yes. I am. I'm ready. Can you tell? Today is a call to advance into life more fully, not to retreat from life, deciding that at some point in the future it's going to be better. Advance into life. Make a decision to advance into life. We have a right to be happy and fulfilled, and it is a choice to release any thought to the contrary. Release any conviction. This is something I'm going to invite you to do. Release any conviction that you may be holding on to from a previous faith philosophy that suggests that you are less than. Because that's what a lot of us walk into these rooms with. That no longer works for me. What they were teaching me there no longer works for me. And I want something different because I know that I am magnificent. And maybe today is the first time that somebody heard, "You are magnificent," spoken directly to them. But the truth is, you are magnificent. I am magnificent because God is magnificent. And we are the power. We are the presence. We cannot not be magnificent. Don't you love a double negative? Here's the thing. It takes courage to practice this philosophy and to practice it openly because you're going to be met. Anyone have a Thanksgiving dinner this past week? Perhaps where if you were to voice some of the things that I say up here on a Sunday, your companions at that dinner table would look at you like you were crazy. You know what I think? I'm going to be a little judgmental now. I think they're the crazy ones. I think they're the crazy ones for holding themselves back. It takes courage to practice this philosophy in a world of circumstances that would seem to want to curtail this understanding. And you're right, Laura, when you said stop watching the news, stop connecting with all of those things out there. They have no bearing on who you are. They have no bearing on what you are except to the degree that you continue to ingest them and allow them to do so. So like Bob Newhart says in that Mad TV sketch, stop it. Oftentimes when I'm offering this kind of message, one of the questions that I get or one of the pieces of feedback I get is, well, I don't really know how to do that. I can't do that. I can't claim my magnificence. I can't possibly. So if you ever ask yourself the question, how do I do that? Answer this question always. What can you do? And if you aren't ready to answer that, live in the question. What can I do? That opens us up to the potential. And our potential is infinite. That opens us up to possibility. What can we do? What ideas can I choose to embody today that will impel action? And here's the thing, it doesn't need to be world-changing. It doesn't need to be universal changing. It just needs to change you. And here's what happens when you change yourself. It's the butterfly effect. When you change your own mind, you fundamentally change the nature of the universe. So if you are ready for peace to be the experience we all have on this planet and universally, decide to be peace. If you are ready for love to be the experience that we have on this planet and universally, decide to be love. If you want joy to be the experience, then decide to be joy. Make the decision that you are not going to let anything in the world of circumstance curtail that any longer for you. It requires living a life of conviction, absolute conviction, conviction in mind and in heart. We must feel it. We must settle into that heart space so that we can allow those forward-moving thoughts leading us to action and keeping us in circulation with life. Peace and blessings. You are magnificent. The homework is a mouthful today. And the reason it's a mouthful is because I'm going to, if you are new to our community, I give homework every week. And the homework is important to me because spiritual philosophy means nothing without application. And so this is my way of inviting you into application of the philosophy. So in that book, The Power of Decision, Raymond Charles Barker offers us this. I'm going to read it in full. Start doing new and different things. Start eating different foods. Start activating your social life. Expand your circle of friendships. Go everywhere you are invited, whether or not you want to go. A Broadway Christmas is coming up, by the way. I invite you all to a Broadway Christmas. Raymond Charles Barker continues, if you need new clothes, get them. If your home needs refreshing with wallpaper and paint, call the decorators. Shift pictures from wall to wall. Rearrange them in various rooms. And then I love this. This is very self-serving for him. Read books like this one. And then he helps out our spiritual centers and churches. If there is a metaphysical church in your area, attend it and support it with your money. Give a little more than you normally would in order to open up your channels of receptivity. Do not eat alone too much. Do not be alone too much. And this is where I got my talk title. Keep in circulation with the human race. People are wonderful. God works wonders by means of people. Reactivate old hobbies or find new ones. Keep yourself well-groomed and wear your best clothes on every possible occasion. Find things to laugh about. The most important thing to do is to remember that God wants you to be happy. How's that for homework? And I get it. It's lifelong homework, and you're going to get another homework assignment next week. If you want to have this all written out, that paragraph will be posted in the email that goes out tomorrow. So if you want to review any of it, it is there for you. I'm going to invite us all to relax right where we are. I know there was a lot that was said here today, a lot of enthusiasm. I like to live my life in enthusiasm. And I invite us to settle in on one kernel of an idea, one simple kernel of an idea that perhaps has been more effective in our hearts than any other. Whatever we choose to walk away with today. Let that be present, wholly, fully, right here and right now.
So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. 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 I will share, 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 I will share this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love.
Right here, right now. I invite us all into a prayerful state of mind, a prayerful countenance and consciousness. Placing our focus on the inner life, rooted in the understanding that the inner life is the point from which all expression is flowing forth, and that inner life is God. For there is only God. There is only this one infinite power and presence. There is only magnificence. There is only love. There is only divinity expressing as all that is. There is only this magnificent quantum field of possibility and potential, and we are, each and every one of us, part of that interconnectedness of all that is, and we are collapsing that quantum field into the expression and experience of our lives. For that is God's nature, it is our nature. Our nature is love, our nature is light, our nature is kindness, our nature is joy. And so I choose to allow these things to be at the forefront of experience in everything. I choose to keep in circulation with life. And I trust and know that we, each and every one of us, do this in our own unique, individualized, magnificent way. And it is with joy, appreciation, and gratitude overflowing from within that I simply welcome the clarity of purpose, this clarity of thought, this clarity of understanding, and allow the unfoldment to magnificently demonstrate in life. I let this be so, and I affirm it as so by saying here and now, and so it is. Amen.
I will share, 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 I will share this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, this love, this love, this love.
Making his way up to the platform is the president of our board of directors. Please welcome William Summers.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
I don't know if you've ever noticed when I come up during our time of sharing, have you ever heard me ask for money?
No.
I don't. And you know why that is? Well, there's two reasons actually. One, I never liked sitting out there and hearing somebody beg for money. I'm uncomfortable with that. But the second reason, and maybe the more important one, is no matter what type of flowery words that I use, it's not going to put one dime more in that basket. So I'm up here, and the reason, and what I talk about is why I support Unity of Tucson, because it's very important to me. And I find at this time that, and this is difficult for me, that I need to ask for some support. And what I need support in is, and you've heard this the last several weeks, is we're going to be putting together a budget. And I'm not going to ask you for any money. You're going to give what you're going to give. You know, that's up to you. But the support I need is when we put this budget together, we need to have some kind of an idea of what our resources are going to be next year. So I'm asking for your support in filling out those pledges. The last time I was up, I gave you several reasons why, you know, to lay any concerns you might have about future changes in your finances and stuff. One other thing occurred to me. There's people in here that may be technologically challenged and stuff. We can take care of that for you. We have sheets of paper you can fill out. If you want to do it online, but you're not real sure about it, Tyler will be glad to help you.
Yes, he will.
You just stop over in his office after the service, and you can take care of this. You don't need to be afraid of it. You know, we're here to help. And I really could use the support. So thank you for anything that you can do to help in this process. Now for today,
There it is.
there it is. We have a QR code you can scan. It's also on a slip on the back pocket of the chair in front of you. You can text Unity of Tucson to 73256. You can write a check. You can throw cash in there. All kinds of ways you can give. So please give where your heart really tells you should be, and that's at Unity of Tucson. Thank you so much.
Thank you, William. Yes. And as the baskets are passed around, we're going to sing our gratitude song.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful once again. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. One last time. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
Yes. Here to guide us in the blessing of the offering, please welcome once again our prayer chaplain, Sherry Hoffman.
Let us take that energy and that love and warm it up in our hands and aim it at those baskets and say together, we bless these gifts. And we see these gifts going out and blessing our community and the world. And so it is.
Amen.
Yay.
Yes, thank you. Here are our announcements. We'll try that again. Here are our announcements.
I know it worked.
It's Sunday, November 26, 2023, and here's what's happening at Unity of Tucson. Over the next few weeks, Unity of Tucson will be conducting its annual pledge drive. By pledging to donate to Unity of Tucson, you not only ensure the success of your spiritual community, you help the board of directors make critical decisions for the coming year. Pledge forms are available in the foyer and the Desert Light bookstore. You may also pledge by using the link on our website's homepage. Thank you for pledging your support to Unity of Tucson. Do you have what it takes to help lead our spiritual community? If so, joining our board of directors might be the perfect way for you or someone you know to help shepherd Unity of Tucson toward greatness. For more information, contact Sherry Hoffman or our administrative staff. On Saturday, December 2nd, please join Sherry Hoffman for Dance Zen, an evening of expressive freeform dance beginning at 6 p.m. in Harmony Hall. Dance Zen is offered on a suggested $10 love offering basis. Join Unity of Tucson Prayer Chaplains for a serene and transformative healing circle event Wednesday, November 29th at 6 p.m. In this safe, sacred, and nurturing space, embrace the power of conscious healing and find solace in a shared journey towards wellness. Mark your calendars for November 29th at 6 p.m. and join us for this uplifting experience. On Friday, December 15th at 7 p.m., come on along and listen to the Christmas Songs of Broadway. Unity of Tucson presents a Broadway Christmas, a concert combining the magic of Broadway with the spirit of Christmas. It's a unique celebration of the holiday season featuring top-notch performers joining together to create a festive night for audiences of all ages. The show will be followed by a reception with holiday cookies and hot cider. Tickets are on sale now, so don't miss this fun, festive event. Unity of Tucson's bylaws require us to update our membership records on an annual basis. That's why we're asking current members of our community to let us know who you are so we can complete the necessary process. Watch for an email with a link to our membership renewal form, and if you don't receive an email, let our administrative team know. Thank you for your continued support of Unity of Tucson. You can find out more about all of our events, classes, and other offerings in the Desert Light Book and Gift Store or online at unitytucson.com. Have an amazing and magnificent week.
Yeah. Yes. Being featured at the Broadway Christmas concert is our guest singer today, Chelsea Hicks. Thank you so much. Aaron's going to be with us too. I'm going to be there. Matt Holter, Charlie Hall, and Liz Cracchiolo are all going to be part of that concert experience. The other thing that I want to let you know about is, because we produced this week's video 2 weeks ago, because we were all taking a vacation this past week, we forgot to put in there that we actually have a block of tickets for Gaslight Theater on December 23rd for their holiday show, A Small Town Christmas. You can purchase your tickets for our group in the Desert Light bookstore as well. So please go ahead and put that on your calendars and grab your tickets today. Super excited about that. Look who's here. We have some kids who are here to, celebrate with us. Yeah, you're gonna dance with me. How are you doing? You're not gonna dance with me? Maybe a little bit. Okay, maybe a little bit.
Hello,
everyone. This is Jessica Brunk. She runs our Youth and Family Service Ministries.
We had a wonderful morning. Is the weather not amazing? So beautiful. So we just got done playing outside, and we also decorated some Thanksgiving cookies. So we made one for ourselves and one for someone we love. So if you are one of those loved individuals, you may have a cookie waiting for you. You all are loved. We just did not make 100 cookies. That would have been a very busy morning. I would have needed way more little elves.
I think we probably would have been, called up on child labor laws too if we did that.
We're starting at 5 a.m.
Oh.
Anyway, so it was a wonderful morning, and thank you so much for being here and celebrating with us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you. Thank you to everybody who made today possible. Our keepers of the flames, Laura and Nancy, thank you for guiding us in our ceremony. Our reading affirmation prayer and blessing the offering, Sherry Hoffman, thank you so much. Guiding us in that beautiful meditation this morning was Don Brazil. Thank you so much, Don, for that. Our prayer chaplains on duty today are... it was changed. Yay! So this is correct. This is the correct information. Nancy Bevins and Sherry Hoffman are our prayer chaplains on duty today. Nancy is there. Sherry, you have seen on stage. If you need a moment of prayer following the celebration today, they will remain in the sanctuary here on either side, and you can seek them out for a moment of prayer. You can also always let your prayer intentions be known by writing them out and putting them into our prayer intention box, which is in the foyer. And also always send an email to prayer@unitytucson.com, and know that your prayers are met with love by our entire prayer chaplain team, and they are subsequently also sent to Unity's prayer ministry, Silent Unity. I want to say thank you to our sharing speaker today, William Summers, for guiding us in our offering today. Our hospitality team, who are so magnificent, our ushers, our greeters. Let's give it up for our technical team, Fabian and Jim and Tyler and Carrymon and Don back there. Thank you so much. This magnificent music team, Linda and Raphael and Aaron and Paul, thank you, thank you, thank you. And come on up here and take another bow. Let's hear it for Chelsea Hicks. Thank you. To complete our time here today, before we go into our final song, let's share together this prayer of divine awareness. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Feel free to move your body. The word has been spoken. The songs have been sung. Our hearts have been opened together as one. Center of creation, we are divine congregation. We are no separation. We are here we stand. The power of one hand in hand. We shine like the sun. Here we stand together as one family. Here we stand. The truth has been spoken, the message received. Our hearts have been opened to what we believe. Center of creation,